Java Joe, where are you? God bless that man. So Java Joe had a place in Poway years ago. He hires this girl named Jewel. Jewel is a barista at Java Joe's. I come off the road with the rug burns, go into Java Joe's in Poway where he was running an illegal poker game in the back room. Jewel says to me, "You sound like you have a sore throat. Can I make you some tea?" And she makes me a beautiful cup of chamomile tea, and I drink it. And then Jewel and I start writing songs, hanging out, which would not have happened if it weren't for Java Joe, who was having all these people play at his venue. So this song would not exist had you not had your venue. And it was one of the greatest venues ever. And then he moved it to OB, which is even a cooler venue. And I'm just glad that you're still on the planet, because if it weren't for you, like Jewel wouldn't have had a place going on and play. Me, Jason Mraz, Gregory Page, Jeff Berkeley, Tim Flannery, you name it. Lisa Sanders, you created a scene. I mean, it goes on and on. Mary Dolan, like the list of names is just John Catcher and Drennan, Frank Drennan. It just goes on and on and on. And you have been such a great part of the community, Java Joe. That's why tonight you get your Lifetime Achievement Award from me, which is some morphine. Some songs you write and they get you a gig to write an ad for Saquon because they're just 45-second songs. And then other songs get their master's degree and pay for all your other songs. That was this song. The funny thing is all the money I made, I didn't even keep it. The IRS took it all, eventually, because they found out about my little suitcase scam. But I don't care. I ate at Starlight last night and they were like, "Did you really buy this place with money in a suitcase?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "And then you sold it?" And I go, "Yeah, and I lost money when I sold it, and I don't even care." Because all I really care is if I have Smokey Joe, this guitar, and a fun audience to play for. And good for me. I hear the clock, it's 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been. I got my eggs, got my pancakes too, got my maple syrup, everything but you. I break the yolks, make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off of the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mom, but she was out for a while. Consoled a cup of coffee, but I didn't want to talk. Picked up the paper, it was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. I saw a movie, but it wasn't the same. It was happy, man, I was sad. Made me miss you oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon I know you'll see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Go about my business and I'm doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Oh yeah. thank God for La Fonda down in Baja California, because that's where we stopped off and spent the night. And me and Jewel spent the night there, and they kept driving down farther to Bahia de San Luis Gonzaga, and that's where this song got written. On a drug bust. Long before weed was gonna be legal. Man, that was some crazy stuff. And that weed bust led us to this song. Even though this song doesn't mention the weed, I was so overcome with adrenaline, I sat down and we wrote this. And if it weren't for La Posta Taco Shop on University Avenue, Jewel would have never sung this song and made it a hit, because there were 5 hookers on University Avenue, and it was a slow night in the prostitution business. And Jewel and I just came back from writing this song on the back of a napkin, and we were sitting eating 6 rolled tacos with guacamole at 1 in the morning, and there was about 5 prostitutes, and we got out of the Volkswagen van, and they said, "What are you guys, hippies?" And I go, "Yeah, I guess we are." And they said, "What do you do?" And I said, "We're writing songs." And they said, "Sing us a song." I go, "We'll sing you our newest song. We just wrote this in Mexico." So we sang it for 5 prostitutes, and their pimp was nearby. And it was pretty cool, because it was like a A&R thing, artist and repertoire from a big record label, but they were deciding. I said, "You tell us who should record the song." So I sang it first, and then I finished. It was like American Idol or something. They looked, and they made their scorecards out, and they were like, they gave me polite applause. And then Jewel sang it, and they wrote their scores down, and they gave her polite applause, and then they looked at me and they said, and then they looked at Jewel and they said, "Honey, you sing it. That white boy can't sing." And that's how it happened. And because of her, it became a hit. If I'd sang it, it wouldn't have been a hit. It would have been on a record with Sugar Boogers. I would have sabotaged the whole song. Thank God for Jewel, and that we're still such good friends, because she made this song a hit. Plus, I would have never said you were meant for me, I was meant for you. I might have said you were meant for me and I'm gonna kill you or something. But she said we're not gonna Poltzerize this song. And now, as I'm standing here tonight, I gotta tell you, I've traveled the world singing this song. Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, I've been all over. And I was recently in Joshua Tree, California. Man, and I played at the Joshua Tree Music Festival site. And I did 2 nights, Friday and a Saturday night. And when I was on stage, I said, "That'd be cool. This is like my own festival." And then afterwards, the guy who owns Joshua Tree Music Festival said to me, "Steve, meet me for breakfast tomorrow." So I met him in Joshua Tree, and he said, "Do you want to have your own festival?" And I go, "Only if I can call it Bahootensie." And he said, "You got it." He goes, "Can you call it Steve Poltz's Bahootensie? Because I want your name in on it." And I go, "Sure." And I go, "I can really say Bahootensie?" And he said, "Yeah." And he goes, "How about October 1st and 2nd? And I said, "Okay, so coming up October 1st and 2nd will be the first Bahootensie in Joshua Tree at the Joshua Tree Music Festival site. Tickets are not available yet, but they will be, and I wanted to announce it here first. And I'm going to do a song school 3 days prior to that where I teach songwriting. So if you want to come in for that too, I'm doing that with my friend Tim Bloom from the Mother Hips. And then we're going to go right into the festival. And you can camp, or you can stay in one of the trailers there, you can rent an Airbnb, or you can bring your car in. And it's going to be the first annual Bahootensie in honor of my dad, Joe Poltz. I brush my teeth, I put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up, I turn the sheets down, I take a drink and a good look around, put on my PJs and I hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I tell myself it'll all be alright. I shouldn't think anymore tonight. Dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. I know that you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah. What a life I've had. No, I feel like I've lived like 15 lives because it keeps going on and on, like where these songs come from, and they're just gifts.